Coach Crew, what it do?
What up, boys?
Crouton, what's jamming, buddy? Today might be the day I find myself in a barrel, bro. What do you think?
Dude, I love the Cody Maverick mentality, but I don't know, boys. It's looking pretty maxed out there.
Coach, you think we're ready for this? Oh, shit, dude.
What are you thinking, Luke? You're a little more realistic.
I'm thinking it's way above my pay grade, Coach.
Well, why don't we hit the gym and you boys run me through some surf-specific workouts so that way we stay ready for the next good day.
Let's go! Yeah, dude, let's do it.
Look at the volcanoes today, boys. Clear skies. You got one right here, one right there.
Double volcano.
And the primitive gym's just right here in between both of them.
Yeah.
Because we're aligning the triangle.
Oh, yeah.
Like Josh's back right there, you see? Two volcanoes and then primitive gym on the beach.
Illuminati, bro.
Fully aligned. Coconut corn husky.
They're native to Guatemala.
Yeah. Rare breed. Rare breed of perito. Paredon coconut corn husky.
Right there, boys.
That's one of them, right?
That's a coconut corn husky. Careful.
They're super chill.
They meow instead of barking too.
Hey, what do you guys think about this? Is Josh the real life Cody Maverick? Let us know in the comments.
It's a great morning. Primitive gym here in Guatemala. We got Coach Crouton, Mr. International, complete legend. He's in here. We're doing some stuff for surf training. It's a great day. Cheers to El Paredon coffee. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, my name's Josh. I'm head of fitness for Primitive Patterns. That's the brand that me, Luke, and our other bro behind the camera have. So we're gonna help you guys out with some surf-specific training today with our boy
Ryan, also known as Coach Crouton, surf coach worldwide, here to put in some work and let these guys show me the ropes.
Mr. International, baby, let's go.
All right, we got 6 exercises for you shredders today. we got 2 plyo, we got 2 strength, and we got 2 mobility. 1 for the upper, 1 for the lower. If you're looking to become a savage with your strength conditioning, it's gonna help you out in life, and it's gonna help you out in the water. Let's get ready to go here, boys.
Rock and roll, baby.
All right, so this first exercise, we're gonna get Coach Crouton doing a plyometric push-up. This is gonna be great for reactive strength off the ground. So from a strength conditioning standpoint, it's gonna strengthen like your chest, your shoulders, the big muscles of your upper body, but it's also gonna allow you to move at faster speeds and try to react off the ground quickly. So he's gonna throw his hands on the bags. He's gonna take his knees off the ground, so he's in a tall push-up position. Now his goal is he's gonna drop into a push-up, absorb himself as quickly as you can, and pop back up on the bag. Yeah, go all the way down for me. Yeah, and now get out of that hole as quickly as you can in the bottom of the push-up. Be explosive here. Ready? Good. Perfect. All right, so the only cue that I could give Ryan to clean that up a little bit, the 2 that I would give would be lock out the elbows when you land on the bag and just try to be a little bit more explosive through that bottom position. Okay, it almost looks like I'm trying to float back up onto the bags and land with that locked elbow. What do you think of that one, bud?
That was good. I like the breath too. I didn't really breathe.
Yeah.
I was like all tense. Yeah, I really like this exercise, especially for like beginner and intermediates, because I feel like it's gonna help train the pop-up to get stronger and faster.
All right, so the plyometric for the lower body, we have a depth drop into a hurdle jump. Now, Coach Ryan is going to try to land in something that looks similar to his surf stance when he goes over the hurdle. His goal is that he wants to be reactive off the ground when he lands on it off the bench. So he's going to throw his hands over his head. He's going to hover 1 foot off the bench.
Sorry. Freaking Luke looks like Hydro Mind over here.
Who's Hydro Mind?
Dude, just some freaking donkey on Instagram that's just selling the surf courses of, I don't know, some of the worst techniques I've ever seen. Guy's a complete phony.
It's
Popular though. It looks like you've been watching his videos.
Yeah, I subscribed to his channel.
You should probably stop and turn around and watch us.
Yeah, watch this wave. Here
We're gonna put out some. We're gonna put out some real content. All right, so I'm dropping down.
All right, so depth drop into a hurdle hop. He's gonna start with his hands over his head, hover 1 foot off the bench. He's gonna land on 2 feet, be reactive off the ground, and jump over the hurdle. Perfect. He's gonna do that one more time. We got a good progression for this one as well. So if you're a beginner with plyometrics or a beginner with surfing, this is gonna be more than enough for you. Goal is being reactive off the ground. So Ryan's gonna give me one more. Perfect. If you're more advanced with your surfing, or if you're more advanced with your plyometric training, and you wanna level that up a bit, we're gonna add some proprioception and coordination to it by adding in either a 180 or a 360 rotation. So whatever you're able to do, with one of the main goals still being reactive off the ground when you land from the bench.
You show. See the proper technique.
See, you just had the pro surf guy do the hurdle jump. Now you'll have the strength conditioning guy do the hurdle jump.
Right here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go hands up overhead. I'm gonna hover my foot. I want to be snappy off the ground when I hit it. And my goal is that I'm trying to land as strong as I can over the hurdle. Okay, it doesn't happen every single time, but that's the mindset when you land over the hurdle, is just strong on your feet.
Yeah, I would say as far as surf coach goes, I would try to get you to land in more in your surf stance. You know, you kind of landed like feet close together and lost balance. Better. See?
Is this how Johnny Carver learned?
Johnny Carver rips pretty hard. But yeah, I like this one because if you're kind of like a beginner, this is training you to be light on your feet, which is good if you're starting to do like floaters and stuff, kind of like where you're at. But if you're like high level competitive surfer, you throw in the rotation, it's basically like you're doing a front side or back side air reverse. And then also when you land, sometimes you land in like the flats of the wave, so you also need to be light on your feet. Applying landing in your surf stance I think is important because it'll secure your balance and train you for the water.
Perfect. So you got some like really good plyometric aspects to this exercise, and like Coach Ryan said, you got some really good surf specific exercise.
Coach Crouton, buddy.
Coach Crouton, sorry boys. Surf specific aspects to this exercise too. So bang for your buck, good exercise.
One thing I was thinking too is if you're at home training alone, you could probably just put this up on like some blocks. You know, like we have those blocks over here, right?
Yeah.
Or get your girlfriend. Get your girlfriend to do it for you.
Or your mom if you don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, or your friend's mom.
Yeah.
If you don't have a mom.
Luke likes to do that.
Get your friend's mom to do it is what
Yeah.
Crouton meant to say.
Yeah, exactly. Just repay her later. Luke, the way Luke does.
All right, now we're gonna move on to the upper body strength component to this. So the exercise that we're gonna utilize is gonna be a tempo pull-up, okay? You can do this from a pronated grip position, which means palms facing away, or supinated, which means palms facing you. We're gonna do it on a set of rings. If you don't have rings, you can use anything. You can use a straight bar, go to the park, find monkey bars, like whatever you have access to, it doesn't really matter. But for the tempo pull-up, what Ryan's gonna do, he's gonna find a locked out position at the bottom. He's gonna pull up as strong as he can while maintaining shoulders away from the ears. And then on the way down, as he's lengthening, he's gonna take 3 seconds. So resisting his body weight on the way down. So find a nice hang position first here, feet off the ground. Gonna take the feet right off the ground, hang loose from here, pull up as fast as you can, shoulders down and away from the ears, and then 3, 2, 1, all the way to a hang, and back up, strong pull. And 3, 2, 1, perfect. So Coach Crouton did a sick job of that actually. One big aspect for this, I find this as a beginner surfer in the water, my paddle isn't the strongest. I tend to get up into my traps, my shoulders elevate towards my ears. And so what we're training here is allowing the lats to depress the shoulder down away from the ears, just strengthening the lat muscles, which could potentially help with your paddling. What do you think about that, Coach Crew?
Yeah, most of paddling's back muscles, so I think this is perfect. So what would you do if you can't perform a bodyweight pull-up? Maybe someone like Hydro Mind over here.
Hydro Mind! What's up, guys?
Let's use him.
Yeah,
'Cause
great
he's-
question. So if Hydromind can't do a bodyweight pull-up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a band around his knee. This is gonna take away some of his weight in the bottom position. Okay, find that hang position for me, Hydromind. And then from here,
do
this is
that
gonna,
one more time.
This is gonna make it a little easier. So he's gonna pull up, the band's gonna add assistance, and then same thing, he's gonna tempo the way down. So there's always a regression for people that can't perform a pull-up body weight. It's one of the hardest exercises to perform, especially to execute at a high level.
And if you're Hydromind, it's even harder.
And if you're Hydromind, it's way harder. So if you need a band, by all means, use the band. All right, for the lower body strength exercise, we have a rear foot elevated split squat. Now obviously Coach Crouton has access to dumbbells and a bench here. If you don't have access to that, just find anything like a chair works, some sort of box, a bench that you have at your house. And for some people, body weight might be hard enough, so you don't necessarily need to load these up. But what Coach Crew is going to do, he's going to take a small step away from the bench. He's going to elevate one foot onto the bench behind him. Now from here, he's thinking he wants to sink straight down. He wants to try to get his knee as far over his toes as he can to find some good flexion through the ankle and the knee as well. So he's going to sink down nice and slow. See if he can touch the back knee to the floor. So he's finding good hip extension, good hip flexion, challenging the knees and that front ankle and standing up. This also adds a little bit of a stability aspect to it. You can see he's kind of wobbling around a bit. When we limit our base of support onto one foot, that's what we're doing, is challenging stability. One other thing I want to see Coach Crew do is inhale on the way down. He's going to exhale as he produces force. All right, so again, this is great for strengthening the legs. It's also great to challenge a bit of stability, which is always good for surfers. What do you think about that one, Crew?
I like it. Yeah, it's definitely gonna help with the balance. Why don't you get in there and show me how it should be properly done?
I mean, honestly, he executed that really well. If I could give one tip, would be if you want to work on some hip mobility, some added hip mobility, the split stance is really great at providing you with that. But what you can also do is step a little bit further away from the bench, and that's going to set that back hip into a little bit more extension. And as the knee flexes, I'm challenging my hip flexor and my quad within that position. So he was really, everything he did was pretty dialed in. Again, if you wanted to challenge the mobility of your hip flexors and your quads a little bit more, you just take that small step forward and you allow that back knee to drift behind the hip. And I already feel a good stretch there. All right, the upper body mobility exercise we got going on is just any hang variations. So we're gonna give you a couple progressions. The easiest one, again, it doesn't have to be on rings, it could be on a straight bar, is gonna be a bilateral hang, meaning that you're hanging from both hands. So what Crouton's gonna wanna do here, he's gonna lift his feet off the ground, he's gonna find a nice relaxed hang position. From here, he's gonna think about taking deep breaths. Okay, so expanding his rib cage 360 degrees. Obviously, within an overhead position, being able to find like relaxed, controlled, deep breathing is an important function of the shoulder, not only for everyday life, but I'm sure in the water as well when you're paddling, okay? The progression to this is gonna be trying to hang from one hand. So if you're a little stronger, a little more advanced, you can try hanging from one hand. And now what you're gonna try to think about doing is breathing in to that side of the rib cage. It's hard. See, even Coach Crouton's having a hard time, all right?
That's tough.
But now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Hydromind come in, the pro, the guru,
The surf guru.
and he's gonna show you the final progression, the final boss to this exercise. So not only is it a hang, he's gonna perform skin the cat. Okay, so he's starting in an overhead flexion based position, and he's gonna rotate all the way through into like the most internally rotated position of the shoulder he can find. So let's fucking see it, Hydromind.
Hydromind can do anything.
Let's go. He's gonna lift his feet off the ground. Goal is trying to keep the elbows nice and locked. He's gonna rotate all the way through. Let's go, Hydromind, all the way through. Extending the legs,
This is easy
challenging
for
the shoulder
Hydromind.
big time in this position, and then with control, he's gonna try to rotate back. Try to keep the elbows locked and try to keep the breath open with this one. He's gonna come all the way down. Thought you were a pro at this one, Hydromind. And then he's gonna give me one more rep, because he is who he is. All the way down. Perfect. And come back through. So we got the bilateral hang, we got the single arm hang, and then we got the final boss, the final progression, the skin the cat. Your intention is always on trying to keep your breath nice and open and expanding that rib cage with the arms overhead.
Single arms. Tough.
Oh yeah.
Spicy. All right, Final movement. We got some hip mobility stuff here. The easiest progression is going to be just windshield wiping your knees back and forth. So this is going to challenge big time internal rotation as well as external rotation of the hips. Okay, and we're just flossing through that. So if you're a beginner or your hips are really tight, this is going to be a good place to start. If you want to find the progression to that, we're going to find a 90-90 sit position. And from here, we're just adding a little bit of coordination, balance, a bit more dynamic movement through the hips. I'm just spinning side to side. Make sure you're trying to not just close the knees right off. So I'm trying to keep both knees at roughly 90 degrees because it's going to challenge the hips a little more. And I'm just with control swinging side to side. Okay, the final progression. And we saw this one from U Natural Method. So those guys are beauties. Check them out, Martin Passeri. But I'm going to start in this 90-90 sit position. I'm going to continue on with that swing. Once I swing over to the other side, I'm going to lift my hands. I'm going to try to keep my front knee grounded as I extend this knee, flex the quad, and then drive that leg across the body, okay? Really adducting that hip as far as I can. I'm going to bring it back, and I'm going to switch. So it's switch, hands up, back down, switch. So you can see how that adds a little bit more coordination. It's a little bit more dynamic, challenging the hips in different planes of motion. So that's going to be 3 progressions for you. You got the windshield wiper, you got the switch, and then you got the switch kick. So hope that one helps. What do you think of that one, Coach Crouton?
I like it. Yeah, Martin's the man. He showed us that. We're down here in Guatemala, so he came by. We're both brown belts in jiu-jitsu. We rolled, and then he showed us this stuff after. So I really like it. Super good for surfing and jiu-jitsu. Good combination. If you guys ever want to come down here, surf, train, hang out with these guys, workouts, jiu-jitsu, surf, we'll be here. Guatemala, Primitive Patterns.
And if you're looking for all these exercises within an actual program that's going to provide you like a sets and reps model, rest periods, tempos, and it's going to plan it out for you, go to the description in this video, click on the link, give us your email, your name, and you'll be sent the program for free. Hope this helps. Hydromind. See you later, buddy.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for buying our course.
No problem, boys. Maybe I can learn to surf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come down to one of our retreats one day.
I will.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Had your mind out.